Then I have to compare whether it is present in the list result. Then I have to add. Only if the list that I have to add, if it is not present in the list result, then only I have to add. So let me do that. As you can see, I have now sorted the array elements, and then I have checked whether the array that I have to insert into the list result is present or not. Now let me just run this code and check. So yes, it has passed all the 3 cases, and now let me try to submit this. Okay, so as you can see, the time limit has exceeded. I think this is because this the code that I have written might take a longer duration for large numbers. So what has happened here means I have used 3 for loops which runs n times. So this loop also runs n times, this loop also will run n times, this loop runs n times, and apart from that here I have used if, that is not comparison. So this will also take place in many n times because it will compare each and every element that is present in the list result. So the time complexity will be n because as you can see 3 for loops are there, and comparison loop is also there. So since I have algorithms in this end, I'm aware of developing an optimized more optimized code. So yeah, ChatGPT has given me a code, so let me try to analyze it first and let me try to understand this. And the statements which are present below the if statement will be executed as it is, because only if both these conditions were true, then only the statements below were skipped as continuous written. So yes, this statements will be executed. So they have given that left is equal to what? I plus 1. So what is my I here? 0, that is 0 plus 1, and right will be equal to what? Nums length minus 1, that is 6 minus 1, which is equal to 5. So as you can see here, I have to check whether left is less than right. So here clearly 1 is less than 5. So 1 is less than 5. So I'll enter the while loop now. So I have to first check whether nums of I plus nums. So I have to calculate the sum of these 3. That is nums of I, nums of left, and nums of right. So let me write down nums of I. That is nums of 0. What will be my nums of 0? Minus 4. Minus 4 plus. What will be my nums of left? Nums of left is that is nums of 1. So it is minus 1 plus. So what is my right? 5. Nums of right is what? 2, which is equal to 2. So what will be my answer? So my answer will be minus 3. So clearly it is not equal to 0. So apart from so I have 3 statements here, as you can see. So if sum is equal to 0, else if sum is less than 0. So clearly the answer which I have got is less than 0. So what I have to do is I have to increment the left. So initially what was my left? Left was 1. So my left will now be updated to 1 plus 1. That is equal to what? Because the left is incremented by 1. So that is 1 plus 1. Because initially my left was 1. So 1 plus 1 will be equal to 2. Now I have to add the numbers again. That is nums of I will be equal to what? Same, minus 4 plus. What will be my nums of left now? That is nums of 2. That is minus 1 plus 2, which is again equal to minus 3. Is it equal to 0, less than 0? Yes.